Here's a cautionary tale on why you should never hook up with a coworker. Picture this. The year is 2017, okay? And I have one of my direct coworkers who was a close friend, such a close friend that we actually shared a desk. Technically 2 separate desks, but they touched, okay? This is our desks. We could hold hands while we were working. That's how closely we sat to each other. And one day she came over to my apartment, and before we walked in, I was like, I'm so sorry. It's really messy in there because I don't live in guest-ready conditions. That's one thing about me. And then I was like, can I tell you a really funny story? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, but I'm gonna like keep anonymous who it's about because it's someone we work with. And she was like, okay, tell me. And so I tell her this story that like the previous week, I had gone home from a work party with this other guy we worked with. He wasn't like on our direct team, but he sat like 1 row over. And he was on our team, okay? Like close enough, we all knew each other. And I tell her this story that he came home with me from this party and I made him wait in the hall for like 35 minutes while I cleaned my apartment. And then I let him come in because it was just like too messy to allow anyone in the conditions it was in. Because again, I don't live in guest ready conditions. That's just a fact about me. And so I tell her this story, she's laughing and she's like, tell me who it is. And I'm like, I can't. And eventually she gets me to tell her who it is. And she was cool about it, whatever. And then the next day, she asked if we could get a drink after work, which was not unusual. So I wasn't really suspecting anything. And we sit down and she's like, so I just have to tell you, I have also been hooking up with this coworker. Again, he knew. He sat 1 row over. He knew that we could hold hands while we worked. It was one of the most awkward moments of my entire life. We just both sat and looked at each other and we were like, he's not like that great, you know? And like the audacity of men, right? The fucking audacity. Anyway, you'd think that was the last time I ever hooked up with a coworker. It wasn't, but that's it for now.